All right, everybody, welcome. Welcome to the show. Let's talk about something wild. You scroll through your phone, right? You see a million pictures, a beautiful sunset, a delicious-looking burger, your friend's dog wearing a tiny hat, classic stuff. But what if I told you that some of those pictures aren't real? Nope, not photoshopped in the way we're used to. Pictures created from scratch by a computer. Artificial intelligence, or AI, is getting so good it can just poof. Make a photo of a person who doesn't exist, or a place you can never visit. It's crazy. The big question, can you tell the difference? It sounds easy, right? You think, oh, I'd know, a robot can't fool me. But it's getting really, really tough. Maybe only 1% can get it right every single time. The ultimate game of spot the difference. Reality versus computer code. Are you ready to put your eyes to the test? We're about to dive in. Your brain might get a little fuzzy. It's the new internet dress. Is it blue and black, or is it a real person? Think about it. Deepfakes in videos are one thing. This is different. A single frozen moment that looks 100% authentic. The lighting is perfect, the focus is sharp, everything looks just right. One picture was made by a machine that learned from millions of photos. The other was captured by a human who was actually there. A technological magic trick right before our eyes. Can you see through the illusion? Here's the setup for our game tonight. We'll look at how AI works, what makes it so convincing, then what makes a real photo, the human element, the story, the happy accidents, and then the fun part, side-by-side pictures. One is real, one is AI. You're the judge. No pressure, just kidding. Or am I? Let's get into it. So, how in the world does a computer just create a picture? It's not like a robot is holding a tiny camera. It's way more complicated and, honestly, kind of brilliant. Imagine you wanted to teach a computer what a cat looks like. You wouldn't just tell it, it's furry, has pointy ears, says meow. Instead, you show it millions and millions of pictures of cats. Every kind of cat, big cats, small cats, fluffy cats, hairless cats. The AI studies them all. The patterns, the textures, the shapes, the way the light hits the fur. It's like it's cramming for the biggest art history test ever. After it's seen all those cats, the AI can start to generate its own. It's a bit like two AIs playing a game. One AI, the generator, tries to create a new cat picture. The other AI, the discriminator, acts as the critic. The critic's job, decide real from fake, real cat from the training pile, or a fake one from the generator. At first, the fake cats are terrible, weird blobs with maybe an ear. The critic, fake, that's awful, try again. The Simon Cowell of the AI world. But the generator keeps trying, over and over, millions of times. It gets a little better with each try. It adjusts, it learns from its mistakes. Okay, the critic didn't like that weird third eye. Let's get rid of that. Let's make the fur look softer. Eventually, the generator gets so good the critic can't tell the difference anymore. It's fooled. And when the critic is fooled, that's when you and I get fooled too. A cat picture so real you want to pet it. But it never existed. This is why AI photos are so convincing. Product of endless trial and error on a massive scale. The reflection in an eye, the texture of skin, the way fabric wrinkles. Because they've analyzed those details in millions of real photos. They are masters of imitation. The AI isn't thinking, this would be a nice photo. It's following a super complex mathematical recipe to match the pattern of a nice photo. Less like art, more like the world's most advanced forgery. Okay, so AI is a master forger, got it. But what about the real deal? What makes a photograph taken by a person so special? I think it comes down to one word, feeling. A human photographer isn't just capturing pixels, they're capturing a moment, a story, an emotion. They were there. They felt the sun on their face, landscape shot. They heard the laughter, family portrait. There's a connection between photographer and subject a computer can't replicate. It's the soul of the picture. Think about the best photos you've ever seen. A journalist capturing a historic moment. A parent catching the exact second their child learns to ride a bike. Those pictures have power because of timing and intention. The photographer anticipated the moment. They knew something important was about to happen, and they were ready for it. Right place, right time, right idea. AI can create a perfect moment, but a human captures a real one. Sometimes the most beautiful photos aren't perfect. A little blurry, a little off-center, but full of raw energy. Creativity is another huge piece of it. A photographer makes choices. What angle should I use? Black and white, shallow depth of field, artistic decisions, not just math. They're trying to make you feel something specific, telling a story through light and composition. An AI can follow composition rules, but a human can break them on purpose, following a recipe versus inventing a new dish. Happy accidents, iconic photos made by mistake, a sudden ray of light, an unexpected photobomb, a bird flying through the frame at the right instant. Beautiful, unpredictable life. A human photographer catches lightning in a bottle. An AI is about control and perfection. It doesn't have accidents. It has outputs. Ask yourself, does this feel too perfect? Or a messy, beautiful, real slice of life? That's the human touch. All right, the moment you've been waiting for. It's game time. I'm going to describe two photos to you. They are very similar. One was created by a state-of-the-art AI program. The other was taken by a talented human photographer. Your job is to guess which is which. No Googling, just use your eyes and your gut. Ready? Here we go. Let's call this first pair the Old Man and the Sea of Wrinkles. On the left, we have photo A. It's a close-up portrait of an old man with a thick white beard. The detail is incredible. You can see every single strand of hair, every pore, every deep line on his forehead. He's looking slightly away from the camera with a very calm, almost painterly expression. Now, on the right, we have photo B. This is also a close-up portrait of an older man. This man has a shorter, grayer beard and is looking more directly at the camera. There are noticeable laugh lines around his eyes, which have a little twinkle in them. One side of his face is slightly more in shadow than the other, and his shirt collar is a little crooked. The focus seems to be right on his eyes, and the background is softly blurred. Both photos are stunning. Both look incredibly real. But one is a ghost in the machine. One of these men doesn't exist. Which one is it? Let me give you a little hint. Remember what we said about perfection? AI is obsessed with it. Sometimes, too obsessed. Look closely at the details that seem random or imperfect. For example, in a real person's eyes, the reflections or catchlights will usually be consistent and reflect the light sources in the room. AI sometimes gets this wrong, creating weird shapes or reflections that don't match. Also, look at things that are hard to get right, like hands, hair, and fabric. AI can sometimes make hair look a little too perfect, like a helmet, or create an extra finger. Not always, but sometimes. So take another look at photo A and photo B. In photo A, the lighting is incredibly even, almost like a studio portrait from a fantasy movie. Every single whisker is perfectly defined. In photo B, the lighting feels more natural, more spontaneous. The slightly crooked collar, the asymmetry in the lighting. Does that feel more real? Or is that just a trick the AI learned to make it seem more real? This is what makes it so hard. The AI knows what we look for in a real photo and tries to mimic it. It's a battle of wits. What does your instinct tell you? Okay, pencils down. Have you made your choice? Are you Team Photo A or Team Photo B? Let's talk it out one more time before the big reveal. A lot of people might lean towards Photo A being the real one because the quality is just so ridiculously high. The sharpness, the detail, it's breathtaking. It looks like something you'd see in a high-end magazine, taken by a world-famous photographer with $1 million camera. But is it too perfect? On the other hand, Photo B has that human touch we were talking about. The slight imperfections, the look in the man's eyes that feels like he's sharing a genuine moment with the person behind the camera. The tension is killing me. All right, here it is. If you guessed that Photo B was the real photograph, you are correct. Yes, Photo A, with its flawless detail and painterly quality, was generated entirely by an AI. It's a brilliant piece of technology, but it's a fake. The man in Photo B is a real person, captured in a real moment by a real photographer. The giveaway for many experts was the subtle emotion and the natural, unscripted feel of the shot. The AI was too perfect, too clean. Isn't that wild? And this technology is only getting better. Soon, it might be nearly impossible to tell the difference just by looking. This is more than just a fun game. It makes you think about the pictures we see online every day. It's a whole new reason to be critical of what we see. But for now, it's a fun challenge for all of us. So what did you guess? Did you get it right? Were you fooled by the AI? Jump into the comments and let me know. I want to hear your thoughts. Did you spot a clue that I missed? Thanks for playing along. We'll be right back.